Car ignition switches and how to start a car. Traditional ignition switch versus modern ignition switch. Learning objectives. 1. Learning how to use two different types of ignition switches to start a car. 2. Learning the difference between starting a petrol car versus diesel car.
Before we learn about the two different ignition switches, make the following important pre-ignition checks. Pre-ignition checks. Manual versus automatic vehicles. Manual vehicle. Before you start the engine, make sure it's in the neutral. And check that the handbrake is engaged. Pre-ignition checks for automatic or electric vehicles. Before starting an automatic car, make sure that the vehicle is in the park mode and the handbrake is engaged.
Traditional ignition switch. Switched or switched off position 0 where the key goes in and comes out in the end. Accessories position 1, where all electrics such as windows, mirrors, fan, radio etc. can be used. On position 2, where the engine is ready to be cranked. Start position is position 3 to which you twist the key to crank the engine. As soon as the engine has started, which you can hear and can also see on the rev counter, at this point you must release the key and it coils back to on position by itself. Switching of the engine to position 0. Once you have fully stopped and parked the car, only then twist the key straight back to lock or off position.
Modern ignition switch. Simply press the button to start the engine or electric motor. Then simply press the button to stop the engine or electric motor. Starting a diesel car versus petrol or electric motor. Starting a diesel engine. Regardless of traditional switch to twist the key or modern press button ignition switch to start the engine, you must wait on position until all the amber lights on the dashboard are switched off. Only then you should start the engine. Petrol engine or electric motor. With traditional petrol car ignition switch, you twist the key straight away from the off position to the start position to crank the engine. For modern and electric car, press the start button to start the engine or electric motor.